Hey, this is Keith Keppner from Keppner Boxing in Athens, Georgia. Today I'm going to go over the strategies for Orthodox versus Southpaw, or of course Southpaw versus an Orthodox. So basically what it is people tend to overcomplicate this. And of course in boxing, one of the worst things you can do is overcomplicate things, because then it makes a guy think too much and hesitate, or pay attention to things that are really almost irrelevant when it comes in terms of boxing. So if let's say Orthodox and I'm Southpaw. Now of course lead hands interlock, right? If I'm jabbing, we're going to run into each other. So there's something to be said for one of us comes over the other one, or one of us comes maybe under the other one. There's something to be said for that. Now with defensively, a lot of people will teach to use this lead hand, throw a jab, to catch the punch because of the interlocking. But what happens is you lose your lead hand, which is still the most important arm you have because it's closest to your opponent and you can use it the most ways. So for instance, if Lissa catches my jab, just like she would catch the right hand or anything else with her backhand, bam, it leaves this arm free to do a lot of things. She can hook off of it, she could jab off of it, she could do various things. So she treats this straight punch, just like this straight right hand, just like you treat a straight right hand from an Orthodox. Bam. Same thing from a Southpaw. Bam. It's all the same. Same deal. You treat it the same way. You can counter the same way too. Okay? So for instance, if I were to throw a Southpaw jab, she could slip it and throw her right hand. Bam. Just like she could slip a Orthodox right hand and throw her right hand. It's all still the same. Okay? And so then when you're talking about the Southpaw's two, or the reverse punch, same thing. She's going to block it just like she would a jab. If I'm Orthodox, she's going to catch that jab. If I'm Southpaw, she catches a jab. It's the same deal. Nothing's changed, nothing's different. Now, there's some truth to the idea of getting an angle on somebody. And if she's fighting a Southpaw, moving off to her left, getting around, and using that to counter, set up shots, or to place a jab, etc. But of course, once you do that with any opponent. Now, one thing that does happen is, of course, since lead arms interlock, lead feet tend to interlock as well. So, a nice thing that can happen for you if you're aggressive is you can end up stepping on somebody's foot. If you're a Southpaw against Orthodox, Orthodox against Southpaw, you step on their foot. And that's not legal, but it's something that happens all the time. I remember a lot of people criticized Marquez in Pacquiao-Marquez 3 for stepping on Pacquiao's foot so much. Well, Pacquiao did it as well. It's something that just is going to happen, especially when one guy is coming after the other, stepping in with a jab. So one thing that people will teach is to make sure that get on the outside to be in the dominant position. And again, that's about turning somebody. So they say here you got more shots to throw. And so if she's Orthodox going against Southpaw, she wants his foot over here on the outside so she has more options. Now, of course, she still has options right here. She can still land primarily almost the same in punches. It really is not relevant. And of course, like I said, it's beneficial to turn people. It's beneficial to turn Orthodox fighters against Orthodox fighters, or Southpaws against Southpaws. So, again, the worst thing that you can do against a Southpaw is overthink it. Straight punches are still coming the same place. They're still coming for your chin and face and for your body. Still the same places, and it's still coming from the same place as well. If I'm Orthodox and I throw a right hand, it's coming from this position. If I'm Southpaw, it's still coming from the same position, going the same place. So again, the best thing you can do against a Southpaw is don't overthink it. I know plenty of guys that can't even tell that the guy switched to Orthodox or Southpaw, and that means that they're concentrating correctly. It's when you get messed up, when you go, uh-oh, he switched, I have to start looking at the feet. Bam, you get hit. Or, I gotta start catching things differently. I gotta block things differently. I gotta switch up my whole game plan. No. Again, the body's here, the head's here. It's all gonna be the same places. If I'm Orthodox and she hits me, boom, and follows it up with something, bam. It's gonna be the same thing if I'm Southpaw, she hits me, boom, and follows it up. So, I hope you enjoy this lesson. See you next time.